You know, this drive from the home in town to the ranch at Woolaroc never grows old. Memories of those early years when we were drilling for oil in the Osage Hills, hosting dinner parties with our dear friend Will Rogers, or touring the newest expansion to our museum. For us, it was the very best of times, a time we could relax and enjoy the special magic that was at every turn in the road.
Come experience the magic of Woolaroc like you've never seen it before.
Oh honey, though our friendship ceases from now on, please don't talk about.
In 1925, Frank Phillips, founder of Phillips Petroleum Company, wanted a place to put his ranch. Nestled 15 miles from Bartlesville in the Osage Hills, he found a place where woods, lakes, and rocks gathered. He called that Woolaroc. Welcome to Woolaroc. In 1925, when Frank Phillips started his lodge here, he had an airplane, and so he wanted to have a place to put his airplane, the Woolaroc, which flew from Oakland, California to Honolulu, Hawaii. So in 1929, he built this building to house his airplane, the Woolaroc, and that's how the museum actually started. As the museum began to grow, Frank Phillips had more and more things being sent to him. So one of the things that he has is one of the largest Colt collection of guns in the world. As you can see here, there's handguns, rifles everywhere, and it's one of the largest collections in the whole wide world.
People always ask me, what do you enjoy the most at Woolaroc? Is it the incredible art collection, or the wonderful view from the porch of the lodge, or maybe watching your buffalo herd cross the hillside? That answer's easy. Yes, all of that is what I enjoy most. All of that is a part of the magic of Woolaroc.
You know, back in the early 30s, Frank started expanding the museum. It was only for the airplane at first, but then he started getting more and more sculptures, guns, everything started coming to him.
And the artwork, when you tour the museum, you have to come and visit this world-class artwork, these oil paintings of Western, Indian artwork, and, you know, landscapes.
Just beautiful. So when you walk through the museum and you see all this artwork, and like this one right here, this is Custer's Last Stand, and it was in 1939 it was painted. But there is so much art here and so much stuff to see.
And what you need to take notice of is the frames.
Yes.
Each frame is the same, and there's a story behind that. So when you come out here, that's something you need to inquire about and find out how that came to be.
One of the things they have here at Woolaroc is an old chuck wagon. As you can see, this chuck wagon, this is what, when the West was expanded, this is what people were fed out of. They did everything out of this chuck wagon. It's just fascinating to me that everything was done from this wagon. In 1947, Woolaroc was expanded and a dome room was built with the administration wing too. So as you can see, Mr. Frank Phillips here, the statue, and the legend is if you rub his foot, you'll have good luck. So we have Mr. Bob Frazier with us today, who is CEO of the Frank Phillips Foundation. And Bob, thanks for joining us today.
You bet. Thanks for coming.
One of the things that I love about Woolaroc is just I call it the magic of Woolaroc. Can you talk a little bit about that since you've been out here, and how long have you been out here now?
I've been here a little over 12 years in this capacity. The magic of Woolaroc is absolutely real. And it's one of those things that you either get it or you don't get it.
Yes.
All you got to do is be at the front doors of the museum when a group of kids walks in there the first time,
Yep.
and they'll look in their eyes. To be standing on the front porch here at the lodge and seeing an eagle fly over Clyde Lake.
Yes.
I mean, the majesty of that. It's literally a place like no other. It is not just a Bartlesville treasure. I mean, it's an Oklahoma treasure. It's a national treasure,
Yes.
and you can't find this anywhere.
So here upstairs in the lodge, we have the poker table, which there have been a lot of business deals made here, a lot of famous people
Yep.
sitting right here at this table. So tell us a little bit about this table in this room.
Well, first of all, the thing I love about the lodge is that it is almost identical to what it looked like when Frank and Jane lived here.
Fascinating.
Around this table would have been Frank Phillips, Wiley Post, Will Rogers,
Oh my gosh.
Harry Sinclair, John
Sinclair
Ringling North, John D. Rockefeller. I mean, so think of the conversations that were going on here.
Now, is it a legend or is it true that Ringling Brothers lost his circus right here?
Yeah, it's a true story. The first night on Friday night, one of the pots got bigger and bigger and bigger, and Frank bet one of his oil leases, and Ringling countered with his circus, and Frank won the bet. Then about 3 months later, a great big box arrives at the ranch, and they open it up, and there's a note inside, and it says, "This is a reminder that for one day you owned my circus." And he had the mounted head of the elephant that
Oh.
Frank put over the fireplace.
Now, one thing also too, and we might have talked about this before, but every animal hanging here was a gift to him or died on the range.
Right. About 90% of them lived and died on the ranch of natural causes.
Natural causes.
And then some were gifts that filled in his collection a little bit. None of them were hunted trophies from him. The other neat thing is the same guy that has a collection of art that Christie's of New York is valued at around $500 million. When you come up here to his poker table room and you look up here, he's got dogs playing poker. During the Depression, Mr. Phillips paid off anonymously at the time, paid off every mortgage of every church here in Bartlesville. So there's a lot of that he was doing. I mean, he was the patriarch of this town,
Yes,
and
he
he
was.
could do things in the 20s and 30s
But nobody else.
nobody else could, and you couldn't do it today. Oh yeah, this was his screened-in porch.
Okay, we're in Jane Phillips's bedroom here at the lodge, and one of the things that you'll notice when you're looking through all this is the pictures of men hanging throughout the walls here. Don Tyler,
Yes.
Christie's great-grandfather, made the wall. So Bob, tell us a little bit about, I mean, you got a priest up here, you got movie, there's Frank Phillips right there. Why the men on the wall?
These are people that visited the Frank Phillips home or the lodge over a 25, 30-year period of time. And if Jane liked you, she asked you to send her back a photograph. And she'd put it on the wall. People ask all the time, well, surely it didn't look like this when Jane lived here. It looked just like this when
Just
Jane
like
lived
this.
here.
things that we have a privilege to do, and Bob's helped us do today, is that we get a chance to go into the mausoleum where Frank and Jane's buried.
He chose this location for a couple of reasons. One, he loved Elk Lake. Close enough that he could access it, but still remote enough away from the public.
Hey, we really appreciate you guys joining us today. Here at Woolaroc is such a magic place, and we just love being out here. We hope you guys enjoy this video. We want you to share it with your friends.
If you like and share this video, we're going to give away free year-long passes. So you can come out to Woolaroc for free. You'll have all year to do it. So
Yes.
like and share, tell all your friends,
Yes.
and come see the magic.
We're going to give 4 of those away. So 4 year-long memberships for the people who like and share this. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us, and God bless.
The home in town is now 110 years old, and Woolaroc is 94. We never dreamed that the magic would continue after we were gone, but to see both of the homes today, still fulfilling the hopes and mission from a century ago, is terrific. We always love this community, and to know that Bartlesville continues to keep our dream alive is the greatest thank you we could ever receive. Yes, we are both just busting with pride.